Women walk into my studio every week wearing $40, $50, $60 foundations from MAC, IT Cosmetics, Bare Minerals, and every single time, the foundation is aging them. It oxidizes 2 shades darker, settles into every crease by noon. But after 30 years doing faces for film and television in Hollywood, I found 5 foundations that do the opposite. And the best one uses technology that adapts to your skin tone while you wear it. I tested every foundation on this list under studio lighting on real clients over 40. I scored them on how they look at hour 1, hour 4, and hour 8. Some of these results are going to surprise you. And the 10 I am telling you to stop buying, a few of them are probably sitting on your vanity right now. Number 1. Estee Lauder Double Wear, 3 out of 10. This is going to upset some people because Double Wear has been the best-selling prestige foundation for years. The coverage is undeniable and it lasts, but that staying power is the problem. It locks onto your skin like a sealant and refuses to move. Your face moves all day. You smile, you talk, you make 1,000 expressions. By hour 4, every expression line has a visible crease running through it. I have watched women at press events look flawless at call time and exhausted by lunch in Double Wear. Too rigid for skin that has lived a little, and that problem with rigidity? The next one has the opposite issue. Number 2. Fenty Beauty Pro Filter, 2 out of 10. Rihanna changed the beauty industry with that shade range, and I respect what she accomplished enormously. 50 shades of foundation that actually match real women. That matters. But Pro Filter was built for oily, young skin. It is matte, full coverage, and on mature skin, it is punishing. Every fine line, every dry patch, every pore gets magnified under any kind of lighting. I have had women in my makeup chair nearly in tears because they bought Fenty expecting something beautiful and it made them look 10 years older. It is a young woman's formula. Now, after 2 foundations that failed you, this next one is going to change the mood entirely. Number 3. Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish, 8 out of 10. Now we are talking. This is a stick foundation, and I know that makes some women nervous. But stay with me. It goes on concentrated and blends out to a beautiful seamless finish on the skin. It does not grab fine lines, holds its color all day, and photographs like a dream under studio lighting. I use this on set constantly for women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s because it creates a soft focus effect. Like someone turned the softness up on the camera lens. The shade range could be broader, which keeps it from a higher score. But if your shade is in there, Hourglass is one of the best on the market for mature skin. But not every foundation on this list earns that kind of praise. This next one is a brand a lot of women over 40 grew up with, and the score might sting. Number 4. MAC Cosmetics, 4 out of 10. MAC Studio Fix was iconic 20 years ago, but the formula has not evolved. It dries down completely flat, which means it grabs onto every dry patch and fine line you have. If your skin has any texture, and after 40 it does, MAC will find it and announce it to the room. On younger faces with oil to spare, it performs. On mature skin, it is like putting paint on parchment paper. The technology just has not kept up. But at least MAC gives you coverage. This next foundation barely gives you anything at all. Number 5. Clinique Even Better, 1 out of 10. Clinique has built its reputation on being gentle, dermatologist-tested, the sensible woman's beauty counter. So this score might surprise you. Even Better Clinical is watery, offers almost no real coverage, and separates within hours. It pools in every fold, fades unevenly, and leaves you looking patchy well before your second coffee. You end up touching up constantly. For a foundation that costs over $40, there is no excuse for performing this poorly on the exact women buying it. But the foundation I have been telling you about since the beginning of this video, it is next. Number 6. Luxe Color Changing Foundation, 10 out of 10. This is the one. Luxe uses color-changing technology that reads your skin tone and adapts as it warms on your face, so you never get that oxidation nightmare where you leave the house one shade and show up to brunch looking like a different person. The shade you apply is the shade you keep. It does not settle into lines, does not sit on top of your skin like a coat of product. It becomes your skin, just smoother, just more even. I tested it against 3 prestige foundations on a client before a red carpet gala last month, and by hour 6, Luxe was the only one that still looked fresh. A client of mine actually told me it is cheaper on Amazon than anywhere else, so I am going to leave a link in the description below. Now back to the foundations you need to walk away from. Number 7. NARS Natural Radiant, 2 out of 10. The word radiant is doing enormous heavy lifting in that product name. On mature skin, NARS gathers in the pores, bunches under the eyes, and gives you uneven texture that reads as tired by mid-afternoon. The shade range also pulls noticeably yellow on a lot of skin tones, which reads sallow on women over 40 who are already losing some natural warmth in their complexion. You end up looking washed out instead of lit up. But this next one proves that a higher price tag can actually be worth it. Number 8, Armani Beauty Luminous Silk, 7 out of 10. This has been a backstage staple at Fashion Week and on film sets for years, and for good reason. Luminous Silk gives you a gorgeous, lit-from-within finish without tipping into greasy or heavy. It blends beautifully over mature texture, wears well through a full day, and holds its shade from morning to night. It sits at a 7 because it can slip on oily zones without proper setting, and coverage maxes out at medium. But for radiance and natural glow on skin over 40, Armani on the face is like warm light through a window. Now Armani earned its spot. This next one did not. Number 9. IT Cosmetics, Your Skin But Better, 3 out of 10. This is one of the best-selling foundations in America, and the appeal makes sense. Full coverage, built-in SPF, feels like skincare. But it is thick. I had a client come in wearing this for a television appearance last month, and I had to take the entire base off and start over because the camera picked up every line on her face. It clings under the eyes, builds up around the mouth, and turns noticeably darker by mid-morning. After 40, this formula buries every line it touches, but this next foundation is the single worst performer I have ever tested on mature skin. Number 10, Tarte Amazonian Clay, 1 out of 10. This foundation is thick, heavy, and cakes up under studio lights in less than 2 hours. It turns dramatically darker throughout the day, so you leave the house one shade and arrive at lunch 2 shades deeper with an orange cast. It grabs onto texture, amplifies dryness, and on any woman over 40 looks like a mask that forgot to get washed off. I cannot recommend Tarte to anyone with fine lines or mature skin. Now after that, you need something that actually works, and this next foundation delivers. Number 11, Lancôme Teint Idole Ultra Wear, 8 out of 10. Lancôme is a classic, and this formula proves why. It gives you real coverage without that heavy, suffocating feeling that so many foundations in this price range have. It sets beautifully, lasts through a full day without creasing, and handles mature texture better than almost anything else at this price point. The shade match is excellent across a wide range of skin tones, and the wear is clean from morning to night. If you want one foundation you can trust every single day, this is where I would start. But not every popular foundation lives up to its reputation. This next one is going to disappoint anyone who fell in love with the branding. Number 12, Kosas Revealer, 2 out of 10. Kosas markets itself as clean beauty with a skin-first philosophy, and the intention is lovely. But intention does not keep foundation on your face past noon. On mature skin, this formula slides, separates, and turns patchy within hours. I prepped a woman for a press tour last month who loves Kosas, and we had to switch her foundation 3 hours in because it had broken down across her cheeks and forehead completely. The branding is gorgeous, but the formula just cannot keep up. This next one hurts me personally because I used to keep it in my own kit. Number 13, Make Up Forever, 4 out of 10. This was a professional backstage favorite for years, and I carried it with me on set for a long time. On a controlled film set where you manage the lighting and touch up between takes, it holds its own. But for a real woman living her real day, it sits heavy. It does not move with mature texture. By late afternoon, you have got product pooling around the nose and chin, and what looked clean at 8 in the morning now looks like a visible layer sitting on top of skin. I had to let it go. Now here is one more that actually earns a spot in my kit. Number 14, Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint, 6 out of 10. This is where clean beauty actually delivers. Ilia gives you light, buildable coverage that looks like real skin. It is hydrating, has SPF, and does not fall into lines the way heavier formulas do. The coverage is sheer, so if you need more, you will be layering, which is why it earns a 6 and not higher. But for a woman who wants a natural, everyday base that lets her skin breathe, Ilia is a solid choice that will not age you. But I want to end on an honest note, and this last foundation has a loyal audience that is not going to like what I have to say. Number 15, Bare Minerals, 3 out of 10. I understand the appeal of pure mineral coverage, but loose mineral powder on mature skin is a losing game. It falls into expression lines within an hour, looks dusty and flat under natural light, and accentuates every bit of texture on your face. If you are over 40 and your skin is losing moisture, a dry powder formula is pulling you in the wrong direction when you should be reaching for something that gives you that glow you are actually after. 15 foundations, 10 to leave on the shelf, 5 that earned their place in my kit: Hourglass, Armani, Lancome, Ilia, and Luxe. If your foundation is falling apart by noon, it is probably not your skin. It is the bottle. And that Luxe link is in the description if you want to try the one that outperformed everything else.